I don't create the thoughts of what my life is. I create the thoughts of what my life should be, because I know the equation that my life doesn't create my thoughts, my thought creates my life. So I'm not going to go the other way around. So I will create the thought what I want my life to be. Now, I have hypertension. I have high cholesterol. I have thyroid. What should my thought be? What should my thought be? My cholesterol is normal. Simple. But if I keep creating a thought, high cholesterol, everybody else, धीरे हाँ, high cholesterol, high cholesterol, high cholesterol. खाना खाते समय भी उसमें आशीर्वाद डाल देते, खाओ नहीं, high cholesterol. You know, we all meet each other and we say, give me a blessing. हम अपने बच्चे को लेकर आते हैं, बोलते हैं, please इसको blessing दो. Blessing दो means our every thought is a blessing. So let us bless ourselves. We don't need to ask people for blessings. Our every thought for ourselves, our every thought for our family, especially our every thought for our children can be a blessing. तो अगर कोलेस्ट्रॉल थोड़ा सा हाई है तो what should be the blessing? Blessing. Cholesterol is normal. So sanskar, health, relationship. The world is one way of living. The world is a mess. That could be my blessing to the world. And second, the world is a perfect, beautiful place. Now we are going to start using this technique in every aspect of our life. My child does not eat properly. Anyone has this little issue at home? Anyone has this little issue at home? Yes? Yes? Okay. So then what do we start saying? बच्चे खाना ही नहीं खाते. Children don't eat properly. Everybody else also say, अच्छा, बच्चे खाना ही नहीं खाते. Family comes over from India and we say, Mummy, मेरे बच्चे खाना ही नहीं खाते. Then the dadi and the nani also sit together and say, अच्छा, बच्चे खाना ही नहीं खाते. And everyone is saying, खाना नहीं खाते, खाना नहीं खाते, खाना नहीं खाते. The house is vibrating at that energy. खाना ही नहीं खाते. होता है या नहीं होता? And फिर हम प्यार से किचन में जाते हैं, खाना बना रहे हैं. And even while cooking we create a thought, खाते तो है नहीं. होता है कि नहीं होता ऐसे? And after we put that आशीर्वाद in the खाना के खाते तो है ही नहीं, and then we expect them to eat after that. Change the thought. What's the thought? Give them a blessing. संकल्प से सृष्टि बनती है. Thought will become a reality. What's the thought? What's the thought? हाँ जी, बहुत खाते नहीं थॉट क्रिएट करना. Be careful with the thought. इसीलिए कहा जाता है ध्यान से सोचो, संकल्प से सिद्धि हो जाती है. अगर आपने थॉट क्रिएट किया बहुत खाते हैं तो थोड़े दिन के बाद so not बहुत खाते हैं. What's the thought? Accurate thinking. What's the thought? अच्छा खाते हैं. Most important, सही खाते हैं. They eat everything that is right for them. Very high nutrition diet. My children eat everything that I cook for them. They are going to eat this with lot of love. They are going to enjoy this meal. That meal will vibrate with that energy. And then you watch what happens. संकल्प से सिद्धि है. Now, this is such a powerful tool. You can create it to create any miracles in your life. And not just miracles in your life, you can create miracles in everybody else's life. But unaware of the technique, we are creating thoughts which are opposite to what we want. I am stressed. I am depressed. What a depressing weather. What an irritating person. Every line is opposite of a blessing. And so life became opposite of a blessing. Nobody else can bless us to change our destiny. Our every thought needs to be a blessing. First thing in the morning, 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes to begin with. We will create a short meditation for ourselves based on what destiny we want. On our sanskars, on our health, on our relationships, on our work, we will create a short meditation. 5 minutes in the morning, we will create that affirmation and we will visualize that happening in reality. This is programming. So the first thing to do it is the first thought in the morning. इसलिए कहते हैं ना सुबह सुबह किसका चेहरा देखा था? Which means what was your first thought in the morning? The destiny of the day depends on the first thought in the morning. So be very careful what's the first thought in the morning. The first thought has to be a very high vibration thought of what you want your destiny to be. So 5 minutes in the morning. We all have 5 minutes in the morning? Yes. Last thought before going to sleep. If we sleep with the right thought, 6 hours of sleep, a lot of programming happens into the subconscious. Sleep with one wrong thought, and by the time you wake up, it's a reality. Because it's gone deep inside. And that's why we are taught, even if you've had an argument, even if you've had a conflict, sort it out before you go to sleep. Because what's the problem? Why can't we sleep and then talk it over in the morning? Why should we talk about it in the night? Because if I sleep with the wrong thought, then in those 6 hours, it's getting from 50 to 60. Create the right thought before sleeping, it will go from 50 to 40. So 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the night before going to sleep, and keep on creating that thought till you fall off to sleep. So if I want to finish my sanskar of anger and I'm creating a thought, I'm a peaceful soul. I don't need anything from anyone. I accept each one as they are. I keep saying and visualizing this till I fall off to sleep. So that my last thought is high energy. So first thing in the morning, last thing before going to sleep. After every 1 or 2 hours, 1 minute reminder. At the Brahma Kumaris, we have a very beautiful technique which is called traffic control. After every hour, we pause for 1 minute. 1 minute pause can create miracles. It's like 1 minute of charging. Pause, withdraw, create the right thought, back into action. Just 1 minute. So 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes before going to sleep, 1 minute after every 1 hour. Easy? Easy? It's not talking about hours, it's talking only about a few minutes. And a very important time is when we are beginning a meal or having a glass of water. Food absorbs vibrations, water absorbs vibrations. So if I have my plate or if I have my glass of water before me and I'm creating a thought, I just don't get along well with him. पता नहीं ये कभी रिश्ता ठीक होगा भी के नहीं होगा. Because it's my reality right now, I'm thinking about it. Or I'm even talking about it to someone. The food and the water will absorb my vibration. And whatever is absorbed by the food and the water will become my dominant thought. And then that thought will intensify on my mind. So we were always taught that just before eating, pray. And how many of us do that? Nowadays, what is our thought just before eating? What's our thought before eating? Remote kidhar hai TV ka? I got my 15 minutes to relax with my plate. See what happens if I'm watching something on television, whether it's the world news, whether it's a movie or any serial. And while I'm watching it, I'm eating. What is the quality of the information across there? So will be the quality of my thoughts. So will be the energy absorbed by the food, and so will become my dominant thinking. So television with food is an absolute? Is an absolute? No. Just me with my right thinking. Me connecting to the Supreme Power, saying my prayer, putting my right intention in that food, and consciously eating, not mindlessly eating. Not even knowing what I am putting inside me. Conscious eating. Eating is not only physical health, eating is emotional health. Jaisa anna vaisa, we never questioned कि जैसा अन्न वैसा तन होना चाहिए था ना, but जैसा अन्न वैसा मन क्यों? Why is the food connected to the mind? The food had to be connected to the body. Jaisa anna vaisa man means the vibrations of the food create the quality of our thoughts. So 10 minutes, mindful eating, aware eating, creating the right energy while eating, preferably being in silence or only happy conversations. No discussing problems of the day on dinner table. Not discussing problems of life while eating. Not having business meetings while eating. Meeting over lunch. Lunch and then meeting. Lunch and then meeting. Not meeting 1 hour with lunch there in front of you. It will absorb all your problems, your profit, your loss, everything will get absorbed in the food. These are very simple things because of which our emotional health is affected, which we're not aware. Once we start taking care, we're going to be back to our normal self, very healthy. Very healthy. In a time when we didn't have too much of technology around us, we didn't have information, we didn't have media, we didn't have social media, we were following these habits automatically, just unaware. But when we're surrounded by so much, now we will need to take care. एक हाथ में फोन, दूसरे हाथ में खाना, और सामने टीवी. So we create the absolute atmosphere to make it go completely. We have all the elements of making it go completely the other way. So can we have a peaceful, happy dinner time? 10 minutes. Every time you eat, please remind yourself it's for the mind, not just for the body. Because otherwise today we are eating, oh, I grabbed my breakfast. The word is also grab a bite before you leave. फिर चलते 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 ऐसा खा रहे हैं. नहीं, मैं जल्दी 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 में, वो किया ना उसने वो ब्रेड जल्दी जल्दी में है. This is what it is doing. Because it's radiating vibrations of hurry, of busy, of stress to the food, and that's why we are busier than what we used to be, because we put that into the food. Experiment, just 1 month. Just experiment for 1 month. 7 to 8 minutes is all that it takes to have a meal. Let's not be so busy earning money that we forget the techniques of how to be happy. Because all the money put together cannot get happiness and emotional health. It can only get wealth and saman. Things, not happiness. Is it okay? Yes? Can we start having mindful eating practices? Because if we do it, our children will learn the same. If we eat in a hurried manner, talking on the phone, children will do the same. And we have started doing it after the age of 25. Even then we are facing the consequences. What will happen to children who are doing it at the age of 4 and 5? They don't know what it is to be easy and relaxed because they are in an energy of always hurry, hurry, busy, busy. So we'll have to create that same atmosphere back at home, what used to be and who we want to be. So first thing in the morning, last thing before going to sleep, 1 minute after every 1 hour, and just before we have a meal and we have our glass of water. energize your water. This is emotional hygiene. We only see glass साफ है, हाँ, पानी साफ है, हाँ, vibration साफ है. Vibration साफ है. Water absorbs the energy of your office. इसीलिए, go back to the little olden times, people used to not eat out. If you go and ask your grandparents or great-grandparents, they used to take their bartan and their glass with them everywhere. Yes or no? And we said, कितने old-fashioned है, ऐसे कैसे कौन कर सकता है? They were doing it for their emotional health. They were doing it for their emotional health because they knew the science of vibrations. Because they were focusing more on the inner sciences rather than the outer sciences. Today we have the benefit of the outer science, but let's not forget the inner science. If someone is worried and is cooking for you, after half an hour you will not know why you are worrying. If someone is upset and is cooking for you, after half an hour you will be hurt about something in your life. It's a direct emotional infection, vibration. Why is prasad so important? Why was prasad so important? High energy food. High energy food. So let's experiment with a month of high energy sattvic food. An animal in the slaughterhouse, what are the emotions? 1, fear. 2, stress. 3, anger. 4, hatred. 5, hurt, pain. 6, helplessness. 7, violence. 8, death. And we said proteins. Which is true, it's proteins. So, but we were focusing only on the physical nutrient. Now my food should be that which has physical and emotional right nutrients. So experiment with sattvic food. Just experiment with food which is vibrating at a high energy. And that's not only vegetarian, but vegetarian cooked in a very high state of mind. Cooked in a very peaceful state of mind, not a busy state of mind. Don't eat that food. You are directly absorbing emotions of people who cook for you. Eat carefully. And please guide your children to eat carefully. The easiest way to have a happy family, cook for them. You and me have eaten food cooked by our mothers 3 meals a day. Yes or no? Yes, and yet we are going through what we are going today. What's going to happen to these little children for whom cooking at home is becoming an alien concept? What's going to happen? Food cooked by the mother was what? Food of love. आज भी आपको वो मम्मी के हाथ की वो वाली चीज़ अच्छी लगती होगी. Yes or no? It's not about the taste. It's not about the taste. It is her vibration in that food. Why is it said that the way to a man's heart is through his? कभी हमने सोचा इस लाइन का मीनिंग क्या है? What is the meaning of this line? If you cook for someone, your mind gets connected to their mind. If you want your children to be emotionally connected to you, cook for them. If they are going to eat food which is cooked for the intention of profit and earning money, their minds will be connected with money more than family. And that's the only reason why money is becoming a higher priority than relationships today. Food cooked with the intention of I earn, you eat. Let's go back to eating at home. And let's never ever say, I don't have time to cook. Let's never ever say that. Just say, I am going to find the time. I have to do this for my family because everything I'm doing is for the happiness of my family and for my children. Simple खिचड़ी खाओ लेकिन घर में बनाई हुई ताज़ी खाओ. कर सकते? कर सकते? कर सकते? सब कुछ कर सकते हैं, सिर्फ decision. And while cooking, no thinking of office, no thinking of problems. Let your kitchen have bhajans, good songs, good music, and you recite your prayers, meditate, chant, cook the food. You will be cooking prasad every day at home. We can cook prasad every day at home. We don't need to get only this much prasad. So everything we eat can be prasad, everything we drink can be amrit. अमृत लेने जाते हैं ना ऐसे मंदिर में, and ऐसे लेते हैं, पर उसको ऐसे करते हैं. What is the meaning of doing this? क्यों कर रहे हैं? ऐसा करें ना. Why ऐसा? Why? Because the vibrations of this amrit, because someone had put a very high energy word into that water. It was just water with a high energy blessing. So I take it and I do this. ये करना था. But now I want my every glass of water to be an amrit. So hold your glass of water. Hold your glass of water. Visualize. Get your glass of water here. Emotionally clean it. Pause for 10 seconds before you drink it. It's got a lot of vibrations of a lot of people around here. And just pause for 10 seconds and say, I am a divine being. Purity, peace and love is my nature. I accept each one as they are. My body is perfect, healthy. And after that, anything else you want. Every day, for every glass of water, it will be reality. That's the power of vibrations. So first thing in the morning, last thing before going to sleep, after every 1 hour, 1 minute, and with every meal and every glass of water. Only glass of water. No other glasses. Only glass of water. Glass of milk. Why even put anything which is not good for me? सब लोग लेते हैं आजकल. That सब लोग लेते हैं is becoming the biggest reason for me making wrong choices. And अगर मैं नहीं लूँगा तो सब क्या कहेंगे? लोग क्या कहेंगे? इसीलिए कहा जाता है सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग. It's a disease. Wanting public approval. तो अपनी प्रॉब्लम के लिए मिल गया affirmation. Everything that you fitted there in the 50%. Now do you know what thought to create for that? Everyone? Everyone? Anybody who's not got it, क्या create करना है? It should not be I want, I hope, I should be. It should be it is. Did you know why Brother Gagan said in the evening, today will be the best event? And I was going to look at him from the first row and saying, Matlab? And then after that, when I said, he looked at me and he said, nahi, the best ever event. So what did he do to his thought? He blessed that event with his right energy, right vibration. हम क्या कहते हैं पता है? I hope your event goes well. May God bless you. May क्यों? Hope क्यों? That's a low vibration. What should it be? Yes. Change the line to change your reality. It should be a pure, powerful, positive affirmation. And that is a blessing. So our every thought, our every word can be a blessing for us and for everyone around us. You have an issue at work, create your blessing for it. Create your blessing for it, visualize it every morning, every night, and most important, every time you eat and drink. And within a few days, you're going to find things changing. It's not the food and water which will change the things. It's just that the food and water make that my dominant thought, and then my dominant thought changes the reality. Pure science. But we need to experiment. We don't believe or we don't accept anything till we experiment. Spirituality is all about experimentation. Experiment, experience, and only then believe. Till then, it's only a belief. It's not the truth. It's not the truth. And when we start doing that, we will start creating the right sanskars, and we will make our right sanskars come into every action. We will be radiating the right feeling, so that vacuum, what will happen to that vacuum? What will happen to that vacuum? Bhar jayega. Contentment is not dependent on how much I achieve. People could be number one in the world in where the field they are and yet not be contented, because contentment is not dependent on how much I have achieved. It is dependent on how I have been living my life while I was achieving it. When we start learning the technique of creating the right thinking, and we spend a few minutes with ourselves every day, the art of meditation, connecting with ourselves, connecting to the Supreme Power, energizing ourselves and then radiating that to everybody. क्योंकि लोगों को देने के लिए पहले खुद भरना पड़ता है. दिया तो तब बनेगा ना जब उसमें घी होगा. घी नहीं होगा तो दिया जलेगा ही नहीं. जो घी है वो कौन सा है? ज्ञान का घी. ज्ञान का घी जब रोज डलता है तो लौ क्या हो जाती है? इसीलिए जब लौ फ्लिकर करते हैं तो क्या करते हैं? फटाफट उसमें थोड़ा सा घी डालते हैं, ज्ञान डालते हैं. सो ज्ञान मीन्स नॉलेज एंड मेडिटेशन मीन्स एक्सरसाइज फॉर द सोल. ये दो चीज़ें जब करनी शुरू करती, then our dharma will come in our every karma, and we will be a very pure, divine, contented, and radiating those qualities to everyone, an angel for where and who we are with. Today the world is looking for angels. The world is invoking angels. Guardian angel. Angel for this problem, angel for this problem, angel for this problem. Now, do you want angels or do you want to be an angel? आपको angel चाहिए या आप angel बनना चाहते हैं? क्या करना है? बनना है ना? So angel means who is light, flying, does not want anything from anyone, just radiates who they are.